My name is Rahul Oberoi, and I work as a compliance and risk manager. As a compliance manager, I provide support to the business unit on regulations and how best to implement monitoring. So what that means is I train the fund managers on new rules, and I work with our back office team to set up rules to prevent us from violating any regulation. As a risk manager, I produce reports and metrics and tools for the investment team so they can use those tools to better assess the risks in their funds. I was born in the US, and I lived in the US till I was about 13. When I was 13, my parents moved to India, so I went to India with them. I was in boarding school for a couple of years, and I gradually moved to Delhi to finish my undergraduate degree. Initially, I had quite a bit of problems moving to India. I didn't speak the language, didn't know a lot about the culture, but I think over the years, I've really begun to enjoy India a lot, understand the culture. I've made lots of friends there, can speak the language, love the food. I look back now and I actually thank my parents every day because moving to India actually forced me to work a lot harder, pay more attention to what I was doing. And I think over time that's really shown in kind of my career and even my academic endeavors. Job loss is the hardest thing I've had to deal with. When I was working at the small bank that was bought by Wachovia, we were laid off. And that's a tough time, I think, in anybody's life because you're laid off and you don't have a job to go to the next morning. So just getting out of bed at that point and kind of saying, how am I going to deal with all of this? I mean, I think that's quite overwhelming, and that was difficult. I moved back to New York, and I got a job with AllianceBernstein, which is another institutional asset manager. And I worked for them for about 2.5 years before joining Fidelity. So I joined Fidelity in Bermuda. I kind of just wanted to take some time and get out of New York. It was a little stressful. Working at Alliance is quite tough because you have to get in at 5:30 in the morning and you were usually out by around 7, 8 o'clock. So I decided I need a break, and sunny Bermuda was a great place to be. And I just kind of felt being there that this is just so much more relaxed lifestyle than New York. So I felt the decision was actually quite easy for me. I think I really just want to be the best at whatever I do. I've always want to learn and read more. Very interested in learning things, and that's part of the reason that I've been doing different degrees. It's you just want to be the best at your career. I think the high point for me has been moving countries, actually. At a very early age, I moved to India, and that was an experience, massive cultural change, dealing with that. And I think when I finally got used to moving and living in India and actually enjoying the culture, I moved back to the States. And then from there, moving to Bermuda, and then again to London, I think all of these moves had a significant impact.